All right, hello everyone. Every two people here. So this is sort of a special mid surprise stream. I'm going to be I just had some extra time to be available to stream, so I'm going to be trying to do something a little more challenging today. Well, it's less challenging and more challenging. I have a set of photos from 2006 from my friend, same guy who got the cab ride down to Newport News. Only this time these were from Harrisburg to Pittsburgh. There's a few more photos, and they're in need of a little bit more renaming. I probably could do some processing, but I don't have the 5 days in a row to really do it, and also the resolution isn't that huge. So I'm just using this opportunity to I'm going to go through them, try to get them renamed, and just use it as a quick Pittsburgh Line tour type of thing. So anyway, I'm not going to wait. Hopefully we can get this done in a reasonable amount of time. And I'll just start beginning here. It's going to start at Harrisburg, but not at CP Harris. First step, where is it? The milepost 107 intermediates. These are located between CP Harris and CP Rockville. These were all of this first bit, and I have my Pittsburgh timetable here, or interlocking diagrams, Pittsburgh division. All of this was installed between like 86 and 89. Replacing the old 3-track to a 2-track Rule 261 alignment. So one of the neat bits about the Conrail signaling, it's really easy to do these renames because the labeling for the signals are way better. For example, so each signal has its own designator. You have a milepost followed by track number and direction. So here you have the 107 milepost 1W is at approach medium. And then we have the 2W signal also standing there. That's pretty much it. Boom, done. Next bit, I'm trying to do these in order for you. Here we have the old 4-track signal bridge at CP Rockville. Notice that the air switches, which were present in 2004, are starting to be replaced by the GRS 5Hs. I think when NS totally redid this, they went with, oh dang, I forgot the Pittsburgh division starts at somewhere else. I gotta find the Philly division now. There it is. That's always annoying. One sec. I'll just find it here on the other thing. CP Rockville, sheet 18. There it is. That's going to be the 6W, showing a medium clear. Where is that? There we go. Moving on. Let's see what the next one is. It would be Mary. Ooh, that's not good. Not all these photos are going to be great. CP Mary didn't exist at this point, but I'm just going to call it the 2W because that's probably what it is. Plus NS, we got a AC44. I mean a C40. 9-W there. It's number 9703. Next, CP Banks. This is the sixth. I'll call it famed, but I don't know. It's kind of famed. 6-track signal bridge here at CP Banks, which should be. Where's Banks? Damn it. Page 80. This signal bridge may or may not still be there. The other one definitely is. It was resignaled, but I'm not sure they really went in there to chop them down, but I might be wrong. So here we have the 4W-1 signal displaying a clear at CP Banks on the famous big signal bridge there. 4W-1 is clear. If you want to see, this was the location of one of the last of the Conrail Conrail labeled defect detectors. That's because it was part of the interlocking. It was an interlocked defect detector for trains routed to a NOLA yard. Therefore, to change the recording probably would have required an extensive testing process, so it stayed the Conrail one. Next. I don't think I have any more Bankses. Nope. The 161W, even in 2006, this has been recently replaced in 2005. So we have we're on 1, 2, and 3. So it's the 161 1W clear plus the 2W approach and then 3W. Oops. Yeah. CP Cannon. Oopsies. Again, the 3-track signal bridge. This interlocking was both removed and then restored. It's in various points in the Conrail era. It became an automatic signal location, and then Conrail, when they did the CTC project, put it all back in. That's why it was always M3 switches all the way from the 80s to today. So that is, now we can finally get back to our Pittsburgh. CP Cannon, it's going to be our 4W. Oops, next. The 121, that's US 15 bridge in the background. I did manage to get out to that one. So we have 2 clears. Plus 2W, 2X clear. I'm just keeping this short as best I can. Here we have the 142 1 and 2W mass. I also made it out to this location. Also showing a double clear. The 126. I also made it out to this location. Double clear. The 128. Yep, also made it out here. This was something that sometime around in the 80s, in the late 80s, I have photos that there was a lattice style signal bridge here that was included in the resignaling. And sometime in the early 90s is when Conrail, you can point the time when Conrail got sick of PRR signals. So that was out of them. So they were when at a certain point, when they had to replace additional signal bridges in the 90s, they just went with these the color light masts, and that was, I think, by 94 they were color lights, because I remember I took a trip in 94 and I remember seeing that. Here we have the 131. This is approach to port. So there's the approach. So whatever's going on here, that double barreling only is going as far as port. 1W approach plus 2W clear. Port. Oh, that's not a great picture. Port is for Newport, Pennsylvania. 4W clear. Far, soft, dim. Done. Which ones? Oops, sorry. Don't need that anymore. Next, 135. I'm not sure I made it out to 135. At some point, this guy got replaced by an NS signal, and I don't know why. Maybe it got hit by a derailment. Still double barreling. 2X clear. All of these are approach lit in normal circumstances. I did get out to 137, though. This is 139. I did not get out to 139. all these masts. When they did the project, the 80s resignaling did result in signal bridge replacements, but at the time they were replaced by position light masts, unlike the other one. This is the approach to Thompson. I was able to get out to this one at milepost 142. CP Thompson. This is one of the new infill interlockings. Westbound masts. 4W. Most of these are also limited speeds. They would flash. These were, when I say infill interlockings, that the original PRR would go from Newport to Mifflin, which is about 20 miles, which is a little farther than the PRR, that modern CTC layouts like to space it. Milepost 146. I do not believe I made it out to this one. Still double barreling. Oh, this isn't 2 times clear. One of these is approach. There we go. Fix that one. This is the what I think is the Mexico signals. Another example of a signal bridge. And I do have pictures of that somewhere. Again, this shows you that you're inside the window of a P-42. These are the famous Port Royal signals at milepost 151. The ones that were under that 1909 bridge. Next would be Mifflin. This was a pneumatic interlocking till the end. 4W clear. Pretty sure that's 4W. Yep. The 155, 1 and 2W. So this is where the old Denham coal. The right of way gets very wide because this is where the mainline coaling facility once had 17 tracks and like a steam plant and stuff. So here we have the 1W plus 2W. They're both clear. And we have the 1E plus 2E rear because they're separate masts there. And the 155 3W is also clear. So it would have 3 if my friend had gotten a full zit of this. We could have had 3x clear. Here's another one I never got a good picture of in real life. This is the 155. This is another one of the modern signal bridges with the safe train heads and 6 total signals. Although not quite as cool as Fostoria, which had 3 of them with the lower head. So that one had a total of 9 heads. This one only has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 heads. I don't get that right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 versus 9. There you go. 1W plus 3W plus 2W clear. Don't know what the dispatcher's doing today. They're sort of having some fun. Next one's going to be Hawstone. I was out to Hawstone. That I would have loved to have gotten to that modern signal bridge, but it is in the sticks. And there's a cliff between the road and the railroad, so there's just really no good way except for a multi-mile walk. 4W-1, 2. The position lights really look excellent in low light conditions. There we go. There's only 2 blocks between Hawstone and Lewis, so you have signals with double lower heads. Again, these were a replacement, somewhat rusty by this point. 1W plus 2W approach. I think that our train starts getting on signals at some point here, so that's not fun. Next we got Lewis. Approach medium. There's a short signal block between Lewis and the next interlocking, which is long. Here's these signals. I have been out to these. These are the 167. But it looks like the other train got a little bit farther ahead. I have been out to these as well, the 174s. Oh, sorry, I passed one. Next one is CP long. I was out to long. 4W clear. Uh, 174s. I was out to the 174s. Plus 2W clear, and these are soft. I did not make it out to the 176s. At least I'm pretty sure I didn't. I sort of forget where they were, but I don't think they were accessible. A lot of these were only accessible through private farm roads, and I don't want to get shot. It's in the middle of rural Pennsylvania. They're kind of like they're kind of douchey like that. Yep. Next one's going to be Jack's. Oh, sorry, McVeigh. This was after the position light mast was replaced after a derailment. Many years later, there was another derailment, which fortunately did not take out any of the masts, and you can still see that we're running behind a freight train. Double check that I'm getting those all right. Long McVeigh 4W. Yep, that all seems to be the 4W at that point of the signal. I would think that they would have definitely gone the route with Conrail with the cab signaling. Someone was once telling me that I think that Conrail had a lot of the PRR legacy. I know that NS took a lot of the Conrail legacy, 182 too. I don't know if I ever got out to these on the other side of McVeigh. This is sort of on the other side of the river, and sort of hard to get to. I was at these. These were next. There's a little road, and you could get up there. So these are the 186s. Again, we're riding up the butt of a freight train, or my friend was in 2006. And there's a defect detector there too. I don't know exactly which one it is. Yeah, I'm not sure. Next one I think is going to be Jack's. Nope, we got one more. Yeah, never made it out to this. These are always in the if I roll up the thing here. For anyone who don't know where you are, there's Lewis. And we go down to Mount Union. That's where Jack's are. All these are sort of in this zone there, and there's a lot of the stuff where you just couldn't get to it without walking multiple miles. And I didn't have a lot of time when I did these trips. What am I looking at? This guy. This is the 188. And still approach. Not fun. Coming up on. So, here's one we got. It's a train photo at McVeigh. So I'm just gonna. Oops. That's what I want. Or milepost 176. NS 9167. 9167. Okay. And here we are at Jack's. This is where the Mount Union, the East Broad Top yard would be for the transfer. 4W app. Okay. 193. Finally back on clear signals. This is the famous Appleton signal bridge where people would occasionally get pictures here, stuff around in the curve. I did hit this one as well. Uh-oh. Seem to be out of. Hold on one second. Seems to be a gap. Although I'm not saying that there shouldn't be a gap. Okay. Don't know why it jumps like that. Anywho. These are the ones right along US 322 or 222. US 22. Approaching Huntington. I'm dumping that. I'm just going to go by name now. Dump that. So these are the milepost 200 signals. Double green clear. Oh, that's why, because these are all eastbound. These are a conglomeration of two different trips, one westbound and one eastbound. I'm trying to go west, but I'll go east as I go west. So here we have the 1E plus 2E, both clear, looking away from Huntington. Oh, and I missed one there. Sorry. The 196s, same thing. So back up here. Was able to get out to these. These are masts. And the 198s, these are all like right off of Route 22. That's why they're accessible. This is where they put in like a concrete tie, section of concrete ties with a sliding wheel detector at some point. (204E). Yes, this is the Allison Road signal. Oh no, wait, no, it's not. Okay, hold on. And I need to do Huntington. One second. Might not have all of these, which is fine. Hunt. Here we go. So here we have CP Hunt, the three masts looking eastbound at Hunt. That's probably going to be the 2W clear at Hunt. That is correct. 2E-1. Sorry. 2E-1. Okay, yeah, these. Maybe this is Allison Road. No, that's Allison Road. Yeah, I never got out to the milepost 204. A lot of double barreling. This is the milepost 206 that had been very recently replaced by signal masts, and that signal bridge stood vacant for quite a number of years afterwards. In fact, we can check what was there in. I do have it pulled up. What would be there in 2009? Okay, so it was removed by 2009. It did stand for a little bit though. Make sure everything's still working. Okay. I did get out to these. There's a little bit of some short signal blocks in this area, the Allison Road area. So here, even though these aren't distant to anything, they did have lower heads on both sides. So this is the 208, 1E, no, 2E. 1E is approach medium plus 2E clear. And here's the Allison Road, double clear. There's Allison Road, but there's a stream between it, so you got to find a way to get over it. Next is going to be CP Tunnel. Let's see if I have it anywhere. Thompson, nope, no tunnel. So we're gonna have to skip one. Don't know why that's missing, but it's not here. Distant to CP Tunnel. 1E approach, 2E. Oh, probably because they were waiting at it and he just forgot. I didn't get to any of the ones between Tunnel and Gray. They're just too far in the hinterlands. I looked from the road. I was by there twice, but I could just never find a way to get in there. I think one of them I could have walked to, but I just didn't. I just didn't have the time. It was very late on one of my road trips, and we were losing light. 2E soft. Now this is the one I thought I could get to, but can I see what the number is on that NS loco? 9168. Plus NS 9168. Okay, next one we're going to be looking at Gray. Here we go. The CP Gray, I did get out here. I got out to most of these. Eastbound. Tunnel Gray. This is the end of the Altoona third track, aka controlled siding, and also the junction to the Nittany and Bald Eagle. So this is going to be the 2E-1 signal that's displaying an approach. After a certain point, when you knew that NS was definitely going to re-signal this when the painting all stopped. NS did do some repaints of PRR signaling, most notably on the Port Road, even though they were eventually replaced within a decade. Now we can get on. Here is the famous triple signal bridge at Tipton. 1E is approach, 2E is clear, and 3E. Here the signal numbers do not match the track numbers. 3E is over track 1. The 2E is over track 2. Sorry. Yeah. Hold on. Not sure here. Okay, so yeah, it's just offset by 1. Because the 1E is over a controlled siding, not a track. Technically, it's a controlled siding. The famous Fostoria signals at milepost 227. 2E is an approach medium. You frequently will get, because of the grade here, you'll get a lot of the, it's a short signal block. So if everything was stopped at Gray, you'd frequently see 2 approach mediums here, sometimes more. I've been there. I went there twice. Here's the other modern signal bridge near Fostoria, but again, this is out. This is quite a walk from where you could park, and I just didn't get the chance to get out here. This is the 230 mini Fostoria. 1E plus 2E approach plus 3E. Next is going to be Annis. This is where the interlocking, because this was still controlled by Alto, the interlocking diagram goes all hand-drawn. That's going to be the 4E-1 displaying an approach. Where is that? Okay. Yeah, 4E-1 displaying an approach. Next one's going to be Homer. Yeah. There's really no more intermediates in the Altoona terminal area. Can't really see much there on Homer. That's going to be the 2E-1 and 2E-2. Oops. Next is Works. And the Works is a reverse switch there. Works is still a pretty complicated interlocking. That's the one switch is reverse. These are all Penn Central. That sort of type of cantilever is a Penn Central or early. No, I think it's an early Conrail thing. One of the two. In the early days of steel, non-lattice, non-riveted signal hardware. Eventually, they went to the aluminum style. I think the next one I have is Alto, but yeah, it's going to be it. Hold on, let me get there. So Alto with the 2R and the 6R. My friend incorrectly labeled this a CP Alto. It's just Alto. It's a tower. 2R plus 6R. The 6R is approach. There's a camp train. Look at that. And this is one of the last, I believe, one of the last railroads to be using camp trains. They keep getting sued due to the poor working conditions. Now we go to the next intermediate. So all of the first stage, anything with that 1W, 2W, that was all done during the Conrail era in the mid to late 80s, around 86, 87. This is where we go to unresignaled PRR. They just went with a milepost to the tenths and the same number for each signal. So here we have the 36. This is the milepost 238.4. This is brickyard signal, and this is what trains would frequently get approaching Altoona. An approaching slope. They probably had some sort of slow approach because we're following a freight train, so that would give you an approach slow at slope interlocking. And that's going to be on track 2. Also, this is now 251. The only bi-directional track's the center one at this time. So my friend thought mislabeled all these. So it's that signal 238.4 track 2 approach slow. Eastbound gantry track 2 approach slow. Got it. Next, now we're going to be up and over the curve. This is the type of lattice gantry that was frequently replaced. So when you're on the middle division and you'd see the Conrail lights from that 1980s, this is the type of signal bridge that was being replaced. One of these very early, we can't afford steel type of bridges, looks like an erector set. Rust would get to these way faster than the more modern stuff from the 20s, 30s, and 40s. So this is we left two approaches, the 239.8. And these are also from when the MG Tower was there. MG Tower is only open part-time, so you would have the automated defect alarms on it. Again, app and clear for the milepost 240.6. These are every mile at this point because of the grade. When they switch to the cab signaling, it's still every mile all the way. So they always had cab signal cut points between each signal bridge. So every time you get an approach, you would get a cut to restricting before passing the next signal. That's one of the reasons that's also something that you'd see under the rule 2562. They just made every block a mile. So eastbound track 2 approach plus track 1. This was the one that was visible from Horseshoe Curve. I believe this is now at the museum. The milepost 241.6. Same as before. In fact, I can just copy this here and change the 241.6. There you go. 242.6. This is past the Horseshoe Curve. I have some Horseshoe Curve photos. I just don't feel like tackling them right now. If I have time, I'll do them later. 244.4. So, that means MG Tower was in the way. Let's see what I got for MG. There we go. Wow, beautiful picture of MG. Nice light. MG Tower is still standing. I need to do an update on that. MG and AR are both still standing. They got gutted, but they have not been torn down, probably due to our friend asbestos, the preservationist's best friend. Oops. MG Tower was re-signaled in the mid-90s, but it was more like a re-interlocking. They just closed the tower and pasted it into the existing signals. The 4E and 2E. All right, here we go. Okay, we can see everything. Okay, great. 4E approach plus 6E clear. And that's Mifflin. Don't need you. Don't need you. There you go, the 244.4 plus whatever that 3335 is. I'll look that up in just a second. 2444. And that is the 3335 SD40-2, probably a helper set. Next, 2454. This is the approach to CPAR and UN. Finally, we get off the whatchamacallit here, the bad signals. Oops. 2454. Gotta get to AR and UN. You got 3 at UN. 2, 3. Looks like. Oh man, here's the story of the train that this Amtrak was. What the heck? That this Amtrak was following. So here we have the CPUN eastbound gantry plus EOT wide. Same thing. And finally we get when the guide clears up, we get the restricting. That's going to be AR, UN, that's going to be the 12E-1. Okay, let's see if I have any questions and stuff. Since we made it up to the top of the summit, let's see if we have got any questions here. Oh, catenary is you just want to do that. Third rail is kind of a vestige of the past. I mean, listen, I'm not going to be anti-third rail, but you'd have to be an idiot. I mean, from anything point of view, you'd have to be an idiot to do third rail. Even my friend is basically, I have a friend who works in electric power systems, and he basically says the Long Island Railroad's best bet is to electrify it, everything that they're doing as 25 kV, and not do any more third rail. It's the substations every mile or two. It's really they do add up, and you have a lot more losses. But the general gist is the PRR decided in 1948 that diesel technology was progressing to a point that they did not need to electrify. The World War II really put the brakes on the electrification. If the war hadn't happened, it's entirely possible the PRR would have electrified to Pittsburgh. The DD2 5,000 horsepower locomotive was going to be the thing that looks like a GG1 but wasn't a GG1. That was going to be their Allegheny hill climber. I'm not sure why a 44 plus 44 440 plus 044 model locomotive was going to be good for going up down the Alleghenies, but they certainly thought so. I think that having that main line electrified would have tipped the balance into Conrail finding a way to keep electric traction going. If not, they might have, at least coming out of the Morrisville yard. I'm not sure what they would have done for trains going across the LV, CNJ, Reading, Lebanon Valley corridor straight to Trenton, because I think getting kicked off the NEC is inevitable. High-speed passenger and freight just do not mix. But anyway, we're coming down from UN. This one was also, again, made it all the way to the end of electrified service. This is the 2526. Now we're back to 2-mile blocks. Oops. Just going to pick up a thing here. This is the 2526. This is the 2546. This is the one Portage. No, not Portage. Something. Let me look on the map. You know what that signal is. You've seen it a billion times. Not Crescent. Oh, I missed Crescent. I gotta go back. Lily, that's the Lily signals, but I missed Crescent, so I apologize. Do I have MO in here? Maybe I didn't miss Crescent. Maybe Crescent missed me. I see an SO. Damn it, stop doing full screen. Yeah, no MO. Oh, I got some eastbound ones that I'm going to have to fill in there. I'll do those at the end. Alright, so don't worry about MO. It's not there. So these are the Lily signals that you saw over and over and over and over again. Here are the Johnston Road signals. There's the famous Cassandra cut and the Cassandra Railroad crossing. These are the 25272. Oh man, it's just this is the one where you could get right up close and personal with these guys on that road. Really neat road bridge. Shame it's gone. The bridge is still there, but the signals are not. Sort of like if the Cassandra crossing cost money, this would be the free version of it. Sorry, the Cassandra Railfan Overlook. Don't know why they put us behind the goddamn freight train and not up track 3. I mean track 1. Oh, maybe because we couldn't get crossed over at Johnstown. These are the famous mass at Portage. These would have replaced some sort of signal bridge, I believe, but it was at some point in the process that they were putting in masts, so late 80s. But because it was still the old signaling, they kept the old cabinets down there. They just left the original numbers. So this is 2588 eastbound masts. It's missing a mast. Oh well. This one it was late in its career. Was replaced by a giant NS cantilever for reasons. It's not even one of the lattice guys. 2612. No, he mislabeled it. Eastbound. Next one's going to be... Oh, nope. This is the famous Summerhill one. This was modified by the State Department of Transportation due to a bridge that would block the sight lines. And I'll tell you, it does actually work. That's cool. There's a dude on track 3 that we just passed, or this train just passed. So this is 2638 and double clear. Next one is going to be CPW with a clear on track 1. Let me get to there. MO, SO, there's W. That's going to be 2E-1. Next is SO. I do have 2 of these, so but first I'm just gonna call it because the tower is still there. I'm just gonna go SO. Eastbound. What does that mean? Something. SO 4E clear. This again. This is interesting because ARUN and MO and SO Tower were all closed at the same time in 1994-95. ARUN and MG all kept the position lights. SO was like that. It was like between Crescent, between AR and UN and hitting Crescent, and then this is the point where Conrail just said nuts to position lights. We're just putting in new signals anywhere. Although they did keep a couple of dwarfs. They still were using the dwarfs. Unfortunately, SO Tower would burn down in like 2009, I believe. Let me check. Because I passed it like the day after it caught fire and burned down. Yep. That's a shame. I do say CPSO. Oh, of course I would, because the tower had burned down. You don't... When the tower burns down, it loses its special tower status. Okay, what's next? This is also where Conrail went full into, you just like I said, no more position lights. They also went they re-signaled between SO and C. They went 261 on all 3 tracks. And I think they had some weird cab signal only stuff. NS went in and altered it to a degree to make sure it was full 261 on all 3 tracks. But if you go back to here in AO, you can see that it was still, as of 1998 even, it was still only one track was Rule 261. Sometime in the final year Conrail, or maybe the first year of NS, they swooped in and 261'd all 3 and got rid of all the position lights in the process. One E plus 3E, and those have nothing sorry. Here we have the CPAO, and then we have these automatics. So I'm going to figure out how to do this. I have these tagged as autos. I'm going to keep them as autos. So this is 271 2E clear plus 3E plus CPAO. Oh man. It's gonna be 2W at this point, because it's still gonna be the 10R, because this is still controlled from the tower. C tower is still open at this point, I believe. We'll have to see. Literally, wait, hold on, maybe I can check. Oh, I don't know if I have it in here. Here it is, CPC. Can't quite tell. Wait. No, I don't see the signal bridge. So C had these replaced, but they had when C was closed sometime around here. I just don't know. There's a color light there. I think it's been closed. So we'll get to that in just a second. So that's going to be AO, not 10R anymore. It's going to be the AO 2W rear. I think C's been closed. The CPAO, by the way, there's AO tower right there. That used to have the compressor that would feed the one switch at CPAO. And in fact, I was actually at the right... Let me see if I have AO on here. No, I don't think I do. Oops. So I didn't get a good picture of C. I'm just going to call it C because I can see the tower. Eastbound signals. I'm just going to pretend that C is open for this because it's borderline. If you go look at the pictures, it had a very funky sort of exit signal arrangement. It was closed around 2005. I don't know exactly what they did with in between the time there was the point here was resignaled and the C tower was closed. Okay, and it controlled 3 interlockings all from the same Model 14 machine. So that looks like it would be the 38R being clear. There's another helper, SD40, probably SD40E. Let's see if we got something for JW. Lewis, JW. Yeah, this has definitely been resignaled. So it's probably going to be the 2E. Next. Oops. This is Johnstown Station. There is no way for you to platform on track 3, or track 1 does not serve the Johnstown Station. And because the other track here is the Turkey Path track, you can really only platform on track 2. So if there was some problem at C, that's why we got stuck behind a freight going over the hill. The reason this automatic is only on track 2 is because the signal at CPJW is good for this other track, and this what is it, track 3? I guess they just were okay with a long signal block because it was reverse. Now we're on the non-turkey path. These are the 2832 and 1E masts plus 2E 2X clear. I never got out to these. The 280 milepost 286. I did get out to these. There was also a defect detector and an AEI reader here. This part here was also resignaled in the late 80s. Otherwise, the stuff I said going over the hill to SO was still 1940s signaling. Then you're into like late 90s signaling. Now we're back to late 80s signaling. The 2946. Oh, yeah. Hold on. I think that... Oh, yeah. We got to do Compit first. Good old CP Conpit. A.K.A. CP Conpit Junction. Now, this is part... Now we're into the 1970s or early 80s resignaling plan, which did a whole bunch of stuff. Closed some interlockings, opened others. This is the big split between the Conrail line and the Pittsburgh line, where track 3 sort of comes in. There was that mysterious track 3. It runs on a separate alignment across the river, and here at Conpit is where it can get on the Pittsburgh line, or you can go straight onto the Conrail line here, and you can take the lower grade Conrail routing, but it's longer. So here we have the 2E signal approaching CP Conpit, and it's doing approach limited clear flash on the 2E. 2E limited clear flash. Next, so now we're back to PRR. This is like Penn Central era or late early Conrail. So this is the 2946, both of them. This is anytime you see the masts east of Conpit, note that they have the original signaling cabinet, so this is purely mast failure. Also, defect detector. All of this was replaced in the 90s as the signal bridges failed. (2964). This is early NS. Before they went to the traffic lights and then Darth Vader's, the Conrail, the legacy Conrail signaling crews were able to use safe train modulars in the round configuration a la the Southern Pacific. Only a few of these were done before NS put the hammer down and they had to start using the traffic light configuration. These here at milepost 2981. Oops, I missed PAC. Hold on. Wait, no, I have not missed PAC. 2981E clear plus 2E. Next is PAC. PAC was notable for having slide protection marked signals. Eastbound. PAC. That's going to be the 2E. 2E clear. The SP was a Conrail size PRR thing that marked, when a signal was attached to a slide protection. It just had different stop and proceed rules. This is also pneumatic. As of time, this would then lose it. With a lot of the other ones, including Conpit, would be pneumatic all the way to the end. This lost it a number of years before. You can see the pipeline right there and the air switches. Oops, that's port. I'll deal with that later. Next, the 3024. I believe I got out to these. I can't quite remember. This might be the dairy No, these aren't dairy. But I can't remember if I got... There's the dairy ones. I don't know if I got out to these. I might have. 3024. I don't think so. For eastbound. Track 1 clear. That's NS9444 with a detector there. Probably should figure out what that detector is. I usually put that in my things, but 93044 track 1 clear plus NS9444. I got a little zoom picture going on here. These are the famous dairy signals where they had a rail fan camera. I'm not sure that was up at this point. We can see the caboose where the rail fan thing was. So these are 3074. This is going to be distant to Latrobe, CP Trobe, 310.2. I don't remember if I got out here or not. At some point, there was one that I really should have gotten to, and I just didn't. So I got to these. I don't know if I got to these. Probably not. This is the 310.2. There's one that I definitely could have made, and I'm ticked that I didn't. EB. Track 1, clear. Started missing a whole bunch of these in this area. I didn't really bother with the masts. The 3162. Oh, I missed one. I missed Trobe. There's Trobe. I did get out to Trobe, though. It's the 2E. Oh, that's packed. There it is. Trobe, there you are. 2E. Clear. This was the site of KR Tower. That was one that was removed in the Penn Central era, then replaced during the Signal Project. The remains of KR Tower. KN Towers there. Also at this point, it was all still pneumatic. That pneumatic would also get replaced early. I did not get out there before the pneumatic, that Trobe was replaced. I believe it was replaced before 2009. Let me just check. Yeah, that was replaced before 2009. See if anybody has any questions. Want to make sure that I didn't screw anything up. Okay, we're getting there. Almost done. Well, done in depending on your definition. I got to go back and do some stuff in the westbound direction. Dairy signals, Trobe. Okay, here we have eastbound distance to Trobe, the 3162 E and 1E, or 3162, track 1. Eastbound masts, track 1, clear, soft. This might have been the one that I really needed to get out to, the 3184. hold on. You know, I can check. I'm sort of interested now if which ones. Oh, see, that's the problem. I'm pretty sure that these are going to age out. I'm not going to be able to even know where the signals are. So there's Latrobe, CP Trobe. I don't know where those other signals were. Because they're vanishing off of Google overhead, the signal bridges. You're not going to be able to find them anymore. And with double the amount of signal indications, see, there's a signal indication point, but I think that's the 1 mile signal indication point, not the 2 mile signal indication point. So that could have been the one that was like right off that, like a bridge somewhere in there. Yeah, it's hard to tell. There's Derry. Yeah, that's with the sea right like there. So it's going to be very difficult to even figure out where these were. But yeah, I missed that approach signal. I'm wasting time. I got to get going. Next. Okay. 318 and the 321. I'm pretty, I can. Oh wait, I know how to tell. I have my picture album up. Nope, didn't get out to that one. Just have that one picture of it too. 3184 with a clear. Should probably be cut and pasting these. I did get out to this one. This is the famous one you could see from the Greensboro station. The 321.8. The next one is going to be CP Raid. Notice I know this from memory. I did get a full thing of Raid too. Well, that was one of the first ones I did. CP Raid, eastbound. E clear. Let's see if I got that right. Trobe. Come on, where's Raid? Here's Raid. Yep, 2E-1. Next. Yeah, this is another one of those early NS signals that was in the Conrail style, but before NS could totally assert control over the local signal things. Eastbound masts, track 1 clear. This crossing was later ripped out. The Raid Ball one, just so you don't so you know, is the Greensboro signal. So here's Latrobe. Then it's only about 10 minutes between the two cities stops. That's where the milepost 321 was. There's the old alignment. There used to be a track 3 tunnel. It went down to, and there was interlockings on either side. Then in 1965 was when the PR said nuts to this, and they just bored through. And that's where Raid is. So the Raid interlocking's over there. There was part of the interlocking extended to there, so you could have this 4-track to 3-track to 4-track like contraction. And then it said in 65 they just said nuts to that. The tunnel is kind of still there. A part of it was collapsed by Hurricane Agnes, which collapsed a lot of things. This was the one I just showed was a popular signaling location with those the PRR, those newer masts. I just don't know where it was. There was a private crossing, and it got ripped out. Oh, I think it was like right in... No, it wasn't it. Let me see. I just want to find this. It's right before another... It's got to figure out like how it turns. Oh, probably right there. Yeah, you can see where the crossing used to be. Oh yeah, it was right there. And there's the signal indication point. You can see the foundations of everything was right there. But at some point that road got closed, and it wasn't a great way for me to get in there because that's sort of private property-ish. In a way that you can't claim ignorance. So anyway, I did get out to this one, the 33.04s. These are right underneath the Turnpike Bridge. .3304. I did get out to this one, the 3326, I think. This is the one that used to be CR Tower. Let's see if I got pictures of this one. Sorry if I'm slowing down. Oops, nope. There it is. Yeah, this is the old CR Tower location, I think. Derry was like DR Tower. There were a ton of towers in the late PR, in the PRR era approaching Pittsburgh. And they got really rationalized down. And next is going to be Traff and Wing. These were not, again, these were not interlocked, but they were re-signaled. In fact, they kept their air switches all the way to the end. Here we have the eastbound cantilevers. Come on, where's Traff? That's Con Pit. What am I looking at? Trobe. Wing. So in the early at some point here there was one cantilever and two dwarfs. And then Pitcairn Yard when they turned that to an intermodal terminal, they sort of redid that a little bit. So that's gonna be the 4E signal displaying a limited clear in mid flash. 4E limited clear flash. Next is Wing. Wilderming, I think. We have what is either a limited or a medium clear. I can't quite tell. I think that it was limited. And that would be 2E. 2E limited clear. I'm assuming it's going to be limited clear. Almost all of these were limited clear. They might not be, but whatever. And now we can get on to the last bit. This was all when the busway went in. This last batch of whatever was here got turned into cantilevers with Conrail style numbering. So we have 1E plus 2E double clear. Oh, he doesn't get the last one, so I guess that was going to be the last bit that we have. Let me just check. Okay, I just got to do a couple doubles here. So I'll start as far back as I can. I'll count down from Huntington. This is the Appleton ones. So now we've gone all the way back past Huntington. This is milepost 153. We're going to head east to Harrisburg. Sorry, I missed these at the beginning. I didn't know I had both. I keep forgetting I had both eastbounds and westbounds. So 1E, that's 2E, 2X clear. So hold on. Let me double stop again and get the CPs, because I have some of those to do as well. I think. Yes, CP home. So I did get out to CP home at one point, which is a pretty neat place. I did miss a signal and switch. I just didn't know that they were there, and I just spaced on them and missed them. Because it's this odd thing at CP home. I got all this. I got that one. I got these guys, the crossover, but I just didn't notice that there was this little track here. I saw that signal, but I thought it was a hand throw. I just forgot to go down there and get pictures of that A5. So, go away. So anyway, that was my bad. CP home, 2E clear. Plus milepost 346. And here we have some AVR. I don't know why this is listed as CP home. AVR 2005, VR 205, CP home, 2E clear far. Okay. Let me see if there's any others I'm missing. I think my friend packed up the camera at some point. Works. C. Yeah, I don't see any bloom or pit or whatever. Okay, first, just a couple of things. Appleton. Yeah, so Appleton was for... I did Appleton. Yep. Next, we come Jax, and we have the double gleam clear. This signal bridge got replaced between here and 2009. Or it was replaced right at 2009, because I got a picture of it. This is interesting. This signal bridge at Jax is fast. This is the eastbound one, because they never repositioned the two eastbound signals. When they did the CTC project, they didn't just sort of split them up like they usually do. They kept them on the east side of the bridge, because at the time this would have been two high signals and two dwarfs right down there for Jack's Tower. And notice they have the original PRR signal lower heads, where they only would put a backing on the medium speed, because the PRR figured if you're approaching a slow approach or a restricting, you're going slow already, that you don't need to worry about. You'll see it. So, the PRR always pinching the pennies. We're going to do a quick eastbound here back to Harrisburg. Here we have the 188 signal. 1E plus 2E double clear. Great view of the of this signal bridge here. And they still have the grade markers. The NS ripped those off not long after that, because they were not there in 2019. So if I go to 188, you can see no grade markers. So I'm glad my friend got these pictures. Those were a thing that would upgrade a stop and proceed to basically a restricting. When NS went to restricted proceed, they just did not need those anymore. Back down to 261E. E approach, 2E clear, and it's soft. And we got an HBD detector there. I don't know which one it is, though. I'm not going to go crazy. The 184E. plus 2E clear. The 182E. I think there's something on that track. 1E is approach plus 2E clear. West 176E. I think McVeigh was in there. So here we have that brand new signal mast to replace one that was lost in some sort of accident. Go all the way back to McVeigh. Sorry I forgot these. Port Mifflin, McVeigh. It's going to be 2E and 4E. Which one's which? Okay. 2E approach plus 4E clear. 1821. Got that one. 1E approach plus 2E clear at mile plus 176. We're heading back towards Harrisburg quick here. 172E. Oh, I got pictures of these. This is coming up to Haas CP Long. 1E plus 2E clear. I'm not sure I got that in the other direction. Maybe I did. The 167s. Oh, sorry, I forgot Hawstone. I mean Long. Eastbound. That's going to be the 2E clear there. Long, 2 eastbound masts, 2E clear. There's that train that we were kind of following there. Plus 2E clear, plus the end of the train. And oh, I know I got to do Lewis. So this is just the McVeigh Long Lewis, the 4E-1 with the interlocking thing there. So that's going to be CP Lewis, because you can see it. It's plus 4E-1 clear plus train. Coming up on Hawstone, we get the same sort of problem. And approach it coming up to Hawstone plus 2E approach. Oh, there's more train. Not sure what to do. Well, it looks like we got an approach now. So now we're also following somebody heading back to Harrisburg. Hawstone, eastbound masts, 2E approach. Nice, I got the reverse direction of the mini Fostoria in the middle of nowhere by a cliff. 1E plus 2E approach plus 3E. So we have the 153E paralleling the 153W plus 3W rear. And here you have the opposite of this. The 1E plus 2E approach plus 1W plus 2W rear. Oh, and there's the 3E down there too. And I think we're running down on things. These are the ones at Mexico. Plus 2E clear. The Mexico masts. 146. I can't remember if I made it. I don't think I ever made it to 146. What else am I missing? Do I missing any Mifflins or anything? Oh, slope. I never did slope. Oh, all right, I'll do that later. McVeigh, Mary, Port. I think I need to do Thompson in here. There you go. Thompson. It's going to be the 2E clear. Eastbound masts. Sorry I screwed this up, but I guess I'm keeping it directional. (422E) clear. Is that 138 or 139? Oh, it is. No, it's 139. You got that label wrong. One, 3, 6. Yeah, these are the ones that that guy over there got replaced by a modern mast. Plus 2E approach medium. Could be approach limited. I don't know. Probably approach medium. Looks like we crossed over at port, so I know I have to do the port. There it is. Yep. That looks like medium clear. Port 2E. Oops. So this was also, there's a new, by 2005, there was one NS mast, one Conrail mast, and a PRR position light, and the switches were pneumatic. So this is a whole crazy quilt here at port. Now this is past port now. Milepost 131, 2E, 2 times clear. So almost down. West, west, west. I think that's everything. Okay. So let me just check to see what I missed. I did miss slope. Slope was remote from Alto. 8R, 2R, so it was from on a unit lever machine. R clear. Plus 2 trains. That's interesting. Okay. And I think that's just about it. Oh, I got one more. Oh, no, that was something from the past. Okay, don't need that. There's a bunch of other, there's some other stuff in here. Just some train things. So this is NS 9400 at Summerhill. 9400 at Summerhill. Just changing them to my format. NS 9603. Somewhere on the curve at Benny. Oops. 9603. That's BN or BF interlocking approaching UN. Oh, these look like a helper. Are these leading or pushing? These have to be leading. 2525. That's probably an SD70 standard cab right there. I'm not even sure those appear anymore. I'm going to assume that 2525 is an SD70 standard cab because they wouldn't be leading something like an SD40 up the hill there. Yeah, it looks like an SD70 standard cab. This is coming up. This is at slope. There's slope interlocking, and you can see the slope going up the hill. Let's see what else I got. Milepost 143. I think that's Thompson. Or near it, but I can't see who that is. NS 9891. That's a very late model, dash 9. 9891. That is Thompson. Or around there. Close enough. Here we have... This is at Wing. So there we have another late model, 9944. That's almost the last one they did, next to 9876. And that's still in primer because it's sort of brand new from GE at Wing. Those are both waiting at Wing to get on the Port Perry branch. What was the latest numbered one? 9978 is the latest number they still have active. 9944 would have just been right up there. Let's see what we got. MP 335. Not sure where that is. MP335. Hold on. And I'm sorry for that. I'm almost done if anyone's waiting. I'm just finishing up a couple of the train stuff here for anyone who actually likes the train content. 322. Wing. 338. 334. Okay, so I know where that is. It is... Oh, good. I got the map already up. It's effectively Irwin. Yeah, there's Traf. ARD, ARA, Adara. Yeah. And that is going to be 2668. That's going to be an M-2, I think. Oh, shoot. Damn it. Just when I was not looking. You didn't miss much. You missed me hunting around for something. Let me see if I can fix this. Come on. I have a way to do it. One sec. I always forget. Okay, just add source, screen capture, blah, blah, blah. Close enough. Alright, there you go. Sorry about that. Anyway, you didn't miss anything. You just missed me hunting for stuff on other pages. So yeah, this is an M-2. I think it's an M-2, 2668 in Adara. You missed anything else? Yeah, that was the last thing I did. So you saw that, and there's that. You didn't miss me doing anything around it. Here we have a Conrail. This is at Conema. Conrail 3392, probably one of the SD40 helpers. That's Rockville Bridge. Here we've got this is the Judiana Shops. Underscore. Alright, I think I got most of the interesting stuff here. Got that guy, yep. So, anything else I can go and fix up on my own. So, I pretty sure that that's everything. We just got a bunch of... Oh, there's one last bit I'll show you guys. Alright. Just random stuff. There's Amtrak pictures somewhere in here. There they are. So, Amtrak 196 at Greensburg. This was the engine, I guess, my friend was in. 96 at Greensburg. Here we have the opposite with some approach things. Oops. So part of the reason I go through and rename all this stuff is because I can better search for it in my, without having to do weirdo resorting to tags. We have 196 at Latrobe. You can see what he's doing here. He's getting out during the station stops to get pictures. That's pretty crazy. During his cab ride. 196 also at Latrobe. Looks like he would get 2 for 1s. What the heck is this? Oh, I guess they were stopped? Must have been stopped at a signal or something. This is bizarre. Milepost 249. Oh, that's, I think, at 249 is AR or UN. Yeah, that's when they were waiting at CPUN for that train to clear. Yeah, I think he got out or somewhere around there. Oh no, that's right by the. I think that's right by the Glitzen tunnels. So I don't know. I don't know where those came from, or why they'd be stopped there. I'll just write Glitzen, but I don't know how to spell it. Hold on. Always a problem. Dairy, Glitzen. There we go. Don't need you. This is a T4 Train 44, so I don't even have that anymore. For some reason, at the Altoona shops, they had these. I think they did a rebuild for the Amtrak. Those are the, I think those are the GP40 TCs getting turned into GP38H-3s. Those are Toronto commuter engines with a HEP that were GP40s, and now they're just GP38s. They took the turbo off, but they're used for rescue and MOW on the NEC. They still have head-end power, so they can effectively rescue a regional. So I think that is everything that's interesting. Let's just do a quick look and see. Horseshoe curve stuff. Oh, wow, the Latrobe Station's really nice. I should go back there. Some passengers there. What else we got? The Economy Yard. Milepost 274. Johnstown Yard. There's some stuff at Banks or somewhere. Horseshoe Curve stuff. Won't get into that. That's sort of dull. Greensburg Station. Okay, anyway, thank you guys for staying with me. I'm going to cut this off, and I'll finish up the rest on my own. I appreciate your coming out here. It's almost midnight, and I should get going. So, let me see if there are any questions. Interesting. I didn't know that they had H-3s on the Downeaster. I've never seen them out there. So, anyway, you didn't miss anything on the black. Thank you guys all for watching. I'm going to head out, and you guys have a wonderful day tomorrow. I'm not sure if I'll ever do it. I'll probably find something to do with these photos, and I might even reprocess them. I just want to get them all up onto my Google Photos archives for my blog before the June 1st deadline. So I will be back on Saturday, which will be in like 2 or 3 days. Not tomorrow night, the following night. Same about time. I'm going to be processing 36 guest photos from Fraser. So Fraser, Pennsylvania on the main line. That's Acela sets that were there for repair, NJT Arrow 2s, all kinds of weird stuff. Again, more guest photos as I plow through all these guest photos. So have a great night. See you in 2 days. Stay safe and enjoy.